Today, I woke up feeling nostalgic for my undergrad and law school days. I used to light candles in my bedroom at the start of every late night study session. That warm and peaceful glow of the candles always helped me feel focused and grounded. Now, I'm trying to bring that same ritual into this planning session, lighting candles, pouring a cozy cup of coffee, and dimming the lights. This is my A5 planner, and I don't know where I would be without it. I'm gonna grab my running to-do list because I've got a lot of things here that have been written down for weeks and they just never seem to get done. So I'm gonna take my to-do list and bring it to my weekly calendar so that I can plan for my week ahead with my to-do list in mind. I've been getting creative with my planner and actually made this bookmark. I like to see planning as a creative outlet. Of course, it's functional, and the goal of my planner is to keep me organized and contain all of the important information that I can need during the day. But I also happen to love the creative aspect of a planner. I've been having fun with that and experimenting more and more, and made this bookmark out of this cardstock paper that I had from an old magazine of all things. I love this top priorities function in my weekly planner. What I like to do sometimes is to add certain items from my running to-do list so that I can sort of not get rid of them, but just get them done. So here I'm going to add a few things that I know I can complete by the end of the week. I'm also gonna write down some of my appointments and due dates for the week. I don't have any appointments this week except for Wednesday. So the way that I usually use this planner when there's no appointments is I will literally just do bullet points. I probably will add a small section for my due dates. So the way that I'm using this weekly planner is by indicating what I've got to do on each day. I'm currently running a business full-time, and so a lot of the tasks that I've got to do are related to my business. So video editing, I've got graphic design, I've got social media posts to create and to schedule, and so these are the kinds of things that I'm going to add to my schedule. I have a pretty good example of what my schedule usually looked like when I was working in corporate full-time. You could see that on our website, how I organize that. So I'm essentially writing down what I've got to do on these days. I also post a YouTube video every Thursday, but I schedule it beforehand. My deadline for scheduling the video is Wednesday morning. So I always put that on Wednesday in the due dates section that I create. DDs is short for due dates, which are deadlines. Some deadlines are self-imposed. That's pretty much it for my weekly schedule. Now let's go to the notes section to have a look at my vision board / journal entry for Q1. I started working on this in early January. Today, I'm going to go in and complete this vision board. I'm really excited. This is something that I used to do with my sisters. We would prepare a vision board for the year ahead, and it always helped us keep our goals and our dreams at the front of our mind. Back in the day, we would gather magazines and Pinterest board pictures and create these beautiful, creative vision boards together. Today, I'm downsizing in a major way by creating a vision board in my A5 planner. When I'm done with this vision board, I'm probably going to put it in the wellness section. So I'm creating my own little list here with these circles that I'm going to check off. I spoke with a coach once who told me that the way that we do vision boards is actually not the way that we should be doing them. You can have as many pretty pictures as you'd like on a page, but you need to have a plan and you need to know what matters to you, what it is that you value. One thing that I didn't include in this vision board that would be top of the list is family. And one of the reasons that I didn't include that is that it's sort of woven into each one of these vision board sections. Travel includes traveling with my husband and traveling to see my family and having them come travel to see us. Physique includes spending time with friends. These are spheres of my life that lend themselves the best to this kind of exercise where I'm creating a list and I'm asking myself to take action. Something I value so much is to continue the process of learning throughout my life. And so I'm going to add in the mindset / knowledge section a reading list. My goal is to read at least 5 books in the next 6 months. Since my focus here is the first quarter, I'm just gonna get started with the first 3 books. Business is Personal, The Wisdom of Sundays, and Truth Be Told. Later on, I'll show you how I organize my reading list using my quarterly overview. There are a few events that I want to attend this year to gain more knowledge about the industry that I'm in, which is stationery and office supplies. And so I'm including here Paper World Middle East, which is taking place in November, in my list of events. And then this is going to go in my quarterly overview as well. In January of last year, my husband and I moved to Dubai. It's been a huge change. We really are trying to make the best of it. And one of the ways in which we do that is by traveling. We're so close to so many exciting destinations. I'm going to add Cape Town, Nairobi, Cairo, Zanzibar, and Accra. I'm gonna leave some blank space for new travel destinations and experiences that I may want to add later on. One of my goals this year is to create a cozier home. I'm still working on creating the cozy vibe that I like. I love interior design, and so I've been giving a lot of thought as to furniture and decoration and wall art. I also want to get new bedding. And I need to shop for dishware. When I lived in Ottawa, I had a subscription to a yoga studio that I loved called Elevate Yoga. And I've been looking for something that feels as good as going to that studio used to feel for me. And so one of my goals is to find the quote unquote perfect studio here and to be able to get a subscription that would allow me to go there once or twice a week. I'm not sure if I would be doing yoga, Pilates, or something different, and so I'm not going to be too specific here. I also want to do strength training at least 3 times a week. So I'm going to add that to the list here. If I'm strength training 3 times a week and going to an exercise class 2 times a week, that leaves 2 days, and I like to be doing some kind of physical activity on those days. At the end of March, I'm going to come back in here, and my goal is to have all of these boxes or circles, if you will, checked off. I also have a few goals for nutrition, which of course does feed into physique. My physical wellness insert has a water intake tracker, and using that function really highlighted an issue for me, which is that I do not drink enough water. And that's why I'm including it in here. In the creativity box, there's so much that I could do. I tried pottery and I really enjoyed pottery, but I'm not really sure what exactly I'm willing and able to commit to at this time. So I'm gonna keep it pretty general and just say one of my goals is to pick up one new hobby. I also want to have a weekly planning session, which I'm already doing, but I like to make sure that I continue doing that. I'm gonna write Q1 here at the bottom so that I can easily recognize this vision board as being my vision board for the first quarter. So I promised earlier that I would show you how I organize my reading list using my quarterly overview. I'm going to flip to my calendar section. I'm going to include my reading material for each month. And I'm just gonna put that in the last line because I've got a ton of other items that I like to add to my quarterly overview. This is essentially a deadline. My quarterly overview helps me plan out the entire year. When you think of the year as 12 months, December can seem worlds away and it sort of creeps up on you. But with a quarterly overview, when you break things down, it really helps you make the most of each month that you have. So it all of a sudden doesn't seem like there's so much time in the year. It actually seems like there's not that much. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy using the quarterly overview. You can actually get this for free on our website. It also comes with the important dates page that you see on the left, and on the other side of that page, there's actually a list of international holidays. That concludes the video for today. If you enjoyed this planning session, please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment below. We'll see you next week.